Idina is the new album from Idina Menzel, star of Rent and Disney's Frozen. We have a few autographed copies. Get one while you can. It is our featured item of the day. You can buy it at the Great Media Universe store. Link below.
Hello everyone, this is Kevin, your entrepreneur, and in this story that we're talking about right now, there is a possibility that Uber's policy might be forced to change because a man from Florida is suing the company over their firearms policy. And I'm going to stay up front. I know this video is going to get demonetized, and that's why you have to watch those annoying commercials. So, that out of the way. Firearms. Yeah, let's talk about that for a minute. Okay. Oh, where do I start with this? I have to choose my words carefully because I know people from Uber are watching. And I can't be appearing to suggest that you purposefully violate the Uber policy. But I am of the belief you should have protection and you should protect yourself from the passengers potentially. Interestingly, Uber agrees you should protect yourself, but their policy states you can't have a gun on you, which, you know, how do you protect yourself? Well, I guess you can use pepper spray or other things. I don't want to start giving out suggestions, but I'm sure you guys are smart enough to figure something out. Well, someone who was driving for Uber in Florida, Miami, I believe, he is a concealed firearm carrier. And he considers himself a strong advocate of the Second Amendment. And he was in a Uber ride where there was actually someone who got in his car who tried to attack him with a weapon. And he, you know, because he had a gun, he was able to defend himself properly. And this was good. Now, he thought Uber would be thankful for not only being able to stop the attacker before anyone but the attacker got seriously hurt, but that, you know, Uber would be thankful that he survived, but that was not the case. Uber actually called his job into question. And I think they even let him go. And that's when he decided the policy that they had enacted on the firearms had to go. So he is suing Uber to get rid of the concealed weapon permit. Or not permit, the policy. And I have to say, without actually telling you to break Uber's policy, I don't think it's a very good one to have. And I know there are going to be people who disagree with me. There are people who believe very strongly that if people have weapons, there's going to be more gun violence because people with those weapons will be inclined to use them. And then there are some people who very strongly believe that if everyone had a gun on them, there would be less violence because you would think twice about shooting at someone who could potentially shoot back. And I'm not here to tell you which side of the fence you should be on. But I am going to at least air with this information that Uber drivers, especially ones who drive late at night, are picking up some potentially very dangerous people. And sometimes these people would not normally be dangerous, but they are intoxicated. And you just never know what they're capable of doing. And I believe that Uber drivers should defend themselves. Now, I have a defense in my car. And I'm not going to say what it is. But I have a defense in my car. And it has been very effective for the couple times I've needed it. Because I got attacked by an Uber driver and, rider. And I decided at that point, no, I gotta have some protection. And now I have protection. And I had to use it. Or more or less, I had to show the person that I had a means to defend myself. And I wasn't afraid to use it. Again, I'm not saying exactly what it was. It's not technically a firearm, though. In case anyone from Uber is watching, I don't have a gun. You can do the background check on me. I don't have a gun. But I do have protection. And I'm going to say this. Sometimes I wish it was a firearm, because the protection I have is effective and it does the job, but it doesn't register with a drunk or intoxicated person that I have it. They keep going. I believe they would take one look at a firearm and they would freeze. In fact, they probably want to get out as soon as possible. So, and I'm not saying I would ever get a firearm if this policy was dropped. Because to be honest, I don't like the idea of having a gun in the house, because I have had suicidal thoughts before. And the last thing someone who has had a tendency to be suicidal needs is a weapon in the house that can kill you in the blink of an eye if you pull the trigger. But I do believe in people's rights to have that, especially if they just want to protect themselves. So I'm personally hoping the guy is successful in his lawsuit against Uber. I don't know if he's going to win. I don't know how the judge is going to see it. And Uber might try to settle out of court. And sometimes a very high settlement can be a very powerful indicator and incentive to not go forward with a lawsuit. But now I turn it over to you. What do you folks think? Do you think this policy is a good policy? Do you think it's a bad policy? What would you do in his situation? And I want to warn you guys, if you do have firearms and if you do carry them when you drive for Uber, I would strongly recommend not sharing that information in the comments below, because I do know Uber people do watch these videos, and I don't want anyone to have their account suspended over this information. So try to keep that to yourself or as vague as possible. And if you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member for as little as $1 a month. $5 a month will get you access to exclusive videos that aren't available to everyone else. Or you can buy some swag from the Great Media Universe store. And if you want to try driving for Uber, there's a referral link below. You get a nice little bonus, and it would help support the channel a little bit. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.